Hey, my friend, I am so glad you're here with me today. This topic keeps coming up over and over again with my clients and my students, and I felt like it was time to talk about it openly and honestly. So many entrepreneurs are buying far too many courses, programs, memberships, trainings, downloading free things. And it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they're doing anything wrong, but it's because they're overwhelmed, unclear, and hoping the next purchase will give them certainty like a magic silver bullet. And instead of creating business growth and momentum, it ends up just creating pressure. So let's talk about why this is a problem. Here's what I've seen. Here's what I'm seeing and what I've been seeing. People are consuming more information than ever, but they're actually implementing much less. They're jumping from strategy to strategy, coach to coach, framework to framework, without stopping to ask one simple question: what does my business actually need right now? And also, what do I actually need right now? And how do I want to build this thing? You guys, more information does not equal more progress. Clarity is what creates progress. And buying something new without that clarity usually just makes things worse, not better. Now, you're probably asking yourself, okay, Tracy, but you're a course creator and you're a coach. Why in the world are you saying this? I get it. Yes, I am. I am those things. And that's exactly why I'm saying this. Buying a course is easy. Building a business is not. Most courses give you information, but the growth, the income comes from direction, support, and implementation. I do not want you buying things you do not need, including my own courses and programs. The right investments should make your business feel clearer, not heavier, not like you're bogged down in mud trying to figure out what to do next. And so let's talk about courses versus programs, because there's a difference between the two, in my opinion. In my opinion, there's a massive difference between buying a course and joining an immersive program. A course gives you ideas. A program helps you have focus. A course assumes you know what to do next on your own. A program where there's actually a coach there to help you actually helps you decide what the priorities are and what actually matters right now. A course lives in a dashboard. It's just you and the dashboard. A program lives inside your business. And this is why so many people finish courses feeling motivated, but they're still stuck. They end up with more questions than before they bought the course, and there's nobody there beside them to answer those questions. Tell me if that has happened to you. There's nobody there to help them map out an execution strategy, help them make progress. This is what is 100% different about my Business Visibility Made Easy program and why I made it different. If I could just toot my own horn for a second, when you join my program, this is an immersive 8-week group coaching accelerator. For 8 weeks, we work side by side, hand in hand. You're asking me every question you have, and you're doing the homework, and I'm reviewing the homework to be sure it's the best it can be for your maximum visibility, list growth, and leads. And so that's the difference. A static course is great, but you consume the content, and there's nobody there to answer your questions and tell you if you're doing what needs to be done correctly. But in a program like mine, you have me alongside you, a living, breathing human being who's been there, done it, got the t-shirt, and had success. Somebody that can guide you. So before you buy another course, program, hire a coach, join a membership, even download a freebie, I want you to pause and I want you to ask yourself some questions. First, what does my business truly need right now? Not someday. If the course you're considering buying isn't something that you need to utilize in the next 6 to 8 months, then don't buy it. Another question, is this solving a current problem or a future one? Do I already own something that teaches this? Oh my gosh, has that happened to you? I've accidentally bought something that already had that. I already had a course on that subject matter. So what I do now, I use a free version of Trello. I keep a Trello board list of all the courses, programs, bonuses, freebies, etc. that I have downloaded, that I have access to. And I consider this my very own research library that I can go to anytime to find out what I need. So before I go to buy something or hire somebody, I'm going to go to that Trello board because over the years, I've downloaded a bunch of stuff, purchased a bunch of stuff, and I bet you what I need's already in there. What about this question? Do I need information or do I need guidance and accountability? Do you need just the information, the checklist, a roadmap, or do you need somebody by your side helping you with the roadmap, making sure you stay on the road and getting things done? Chances are you've got all the information you need, especially because we can find information anywhere these days with the advent of AI. What my students tell me they need and why they join me in my program, they want something different. They want help. They want clarity. So if you're craving that too, and you're wanting somebody to actually answer your questions and help you implement in real time, then you need to be looking at joining a program. Is the format right for how I actually learn? That's another great question, because I will talk to people who want to join Business Visibility Made Easy. Again, it's the 8-week group coaching program. But when we get down to it, they share with me, they're like, I don't love group coaching. And I'm like, okay, well, do you prefer one-to-one? Well, they end up hiring me one-to-one. And then I have other students and clients that thrive in a community and love the group setting because of all the energy, the ideas, the creativity floating around. So I want you to think about this for you. How do you learn best? And don't do what you see other people in your space doing just because they're doing it and you have FOMO. I've been guilty of that too, thinking that, oh my gosh, well, Susie Q's doing that, I must do it too. Well, it turns out her style of learning is different than mine. And what helps her wasn't the best fit for me. Another question I want you to ask yourself is, do I realistically have time to implement this right now? That's a great question. Am I buying from clarity? Am I buying from fear and FOMO? And further, as I mentioned a minute ago, are you buying from a big name that, I hate to say this, doesn't know your name, doesn't know your business, doesn't know your goals, and tough love, they probably don't care. I don't want to be just another dollar sign. And if you cannot clearly answer those questions, what I'm thinking is it's probably a no for you on this purchase, whether it's a course, whether it's a program, whether it's hiring a coach. If you cannot clearly answer the questions that I just walked you through, my mom always said, when in doubt, don't, just wait. So maybe you just need to wait. Maybe you need to park that idea for a little bit. Here's something most people don't realize. You do not have to finish every single course you buy. I want you to think of your courses as a business resource library, kind of like we talked about just a second ago with the Trello list that I've made. You pull what you need when you need it. Just because you bought something does not mean you have to drop everything and complete it from start to finish, because this is not the Clean Plate Club. This is Let's Grow a Business Club. And implementation happens in seasons, in pieces, and in chunks based on what you need when you need it. So buying something early and forcing yourself to consume it before you're ready usually means you're going to end up forgetting what you learned anyway, and you're just going to have to go back and redo it all over again. This situation happened with me with regard to podcasting and learning how to create a podcast course. Learning how to create a podcast. There was a podcast teacher that I'd followed for a while, and I knew her course was solid, and I knew I wanted to buy it. But I also knew I was not ready in my business at that time to create my podcast, so I parked it. Well, turns out she was intending to raise the price on this thing quite a bit. So I went ahead and purchased it. But did I consume it right away? I didn't. I parked it in my course library, in my research library. I knew it was there. And 2 years later, when I was ready to create the podcast, it was there for me, and I was able to go in and consume it and put it into practice. So let's talk about when an immersive program makes sense versus buying just another course. This is where something like Business Visibility Made Easy is different. Inside my program, you are not just buying content. You're getting clarity on what to focus on first, next, and later. And you're not guessing what applies to your business. We work side by side. You ask questions, you get feedback, you get to implement in real time. And this is why I'm comfortable telling you, you do not need to buy another course unless it truly fits your needs. Because the right investment should simplify your business, not complicate it. And yes, again, that even goes for my programs and offers. I never want anyone spending their hard-earned money to invest with me unless it's the right decision for them at the time. So let's wrap this up as I land the plane. The goal here is not to stop investing, it's to invest intentionally. And when you buy with clarity instead of urgency or fear or FOMO, your business grows faster with less stress. Oh, and I know we all need less stress and a whole lot more confidence. And dare I say, a whole lot more fun. So if you want help building real momentum through genuine support and guidance, I would love to help you. You know that. You can learn more about business visibility made easy by going to tracybeavers.com/BVME for business visibility made easy. Also, I will have that link for you in the show notes as we always do. And listen, I want to hear your thoughts on this episode. This topic probably ruffled some feathers. People were probably like, why is she saying not to buy any more courses when she's a course creator? So send me a message and share it and then go ahead and share it with a friend who might need to hear it today. And the biggest thing I want you to hear, I say this every single week, don't go it alone. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. Some days everybody wants to buy what you're selling, and other days no one can remember your name. And if you think you're alone, you are not my friend. So join a community of support like my free Facebook group. You get to promote your offers, you get to network. It's called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. Get visible, grow your email list and your income. Link for that will be in the show notes as well. Have a great balance of the week and weekend. And remember, when one of us rises, we all rise. So that is why we have got to keep cheering each other on. I will talk to you next week.